So you'd only become a crime when you got caught.
Jackie McMurray and Billy Hammersley can remember a time when the yard was thriving.
Forefathers would turn in their graves if they knew what was going on.
And these guys here, I mean, these things here look as if they could have come out of the Roman Empire.
Show you how you get on.
I can't believe you worked on this.
There. Hang on to the brake. Up here.
And where's the comfy chair?
Well, if you were lucky enough, you may have been able to find 4 little pieces of wood, and you go bump, 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 and you put your little seat down there. But the seat was no good because you actually had to stand up to look in to the dock or look to the crane or to look for the slinger while you were lowering the jib back and forward.
What's
and down
this?
it. That's your boiler where the water is, where it actually built up the steam. This was operated.
This was steam operated?
This was operated by steam.
So in the 1980s, they were still using steam power in the shipyard?
Yes.
Unbelievable. And it ran on coal?
Ran on coal, and it ran on water, on steam.
Wow.
There you are. That's from a steamer.
It's very sad, actually.
Isn't it? It's sad. But bring a tear to your eye, some of it.
Wouldn't it? Especially if you get caught in those wires. Let's get out of here. What's this?
We'll have to have a look at this.
In loving memory of those passengers and crew who lost their lives on April 15th, 1912 in the North Atlantic. The Titanic was built here on this slipway and launched from here May the 31st, 1911, 12:13 p.m. Tide tapering. Fantastic. The only sign that the Titanic was ever here is a red flower thing, tide tapering.
Words actually fail. Words fail.
Well, it's a sad reflection, and that's the limit of the memory of the Titanic here in Belfast. That's it. That says everything.
The Titanic is the very brand that Belfast hopes will regenerate the Queen's Island site, Titanic Quarter. But no ships will be built here. Manufacturing has given way to the digital era and the leisure industry. The new gantries will be design features.
It isn't hard to see why the people of Mersey Street in East Belfast are worried about the future. They used to work down there in the old world, and there's a guy cutting it up with an acetylene torch and taking it away. This is the new world I'm standing on over here. They aren't sure there's a place for them in it. You can see why. It's almost like that the bailiffs have come in and they're repossessing the furniture and they're taking it all away. There's nothing to sit on anymore.
Changed surroundings too on the Newtonards Road. I can remember when the whole world seemed to be on this street. The cinemas, the draperies, the cobblers, Stanley Brooks school uniforms on tick, Desano's ice creams, sit-in fish and pasty suppers. I can't seem to find many of my old favourites now. Most have closed up and locked their doors. But some remain, like Jordan's Bakery.
Can I get that, please? See, it's the last one.
Last one, something.
I love that. Put it in a bag for me. I'm going to eat it later.
30.
30. I'm a Weight Watcher. I'm watching my weight go. Is Ronnie in the back?
Yes.
Mr. Jordan, can I come round and see him?
My grandmother opened it as a young girl. After her, my father took it over. Then I have done 45 years here myself. And now my 2 sons are in it to continue it. So we hope to do another 100 years if possible.
Ronnie, you're most famous for and probably best known for apple pies, apple tarts.
Uh-huh.
What makes them so special?
Well, that's what I'm not going to tell you.
What's going on? Is there a party in here?
Yes, dear, we're
How you doing? Are you well?
Yeah.
I'll shake your hand, but you're making stuff and I wouldn't want to spread anything.
It's
I
good
have
to
washed
meet
my
you
hands.
in real life too. Went to see you in the lorry last year. You were
Did you?
brilliant.
You're very
9th
kind.
November.
Oh, that's a good memory. How you doing?
All right.
What are you, stalkers in here or what?
Listen, you're a bit of a blow. And how long have you been here?
2.5 years, Dan.
In this spot? This shop's been here a while longer than that.
There's a photograph over there 60 years ago on the wall.
It's tiny.
I know.
It's tiny. How can anybody make a living just
Well, you
selling
really
bits and
don't make a living. I'll never buy a house in Cultro out of it, let's put it like that. But
Like
I
her.
love it. Love it for the customer's sake. You have to keep all these wee tins of peas and beans.
I know
for
why
wee
that is.
pensioners.
That's because pensioners
They
can't.
can't, no, it's too big for them. They can come in here for 1 egg or 2 eggs, a couple of slices of bacon. They don't have to buy £half or pounds or whatever.
I was going to say, because my granny's biggest complaint was even buying 6 eggs. She says, I buy 6 eggs, I never use them.
So we
All
woman
of that.
comes in here on a Friday and she'll know who I'm talking about if she sees me. And she keeps
See
her
what,
stuff
see what
down
was
to a
started? See
pound.
what was started there? Buying 6 eggs. See what the row was started there as big as a fight. Do you find that the
We
problem?
wouldn't buy 6 eggs for we wouldn't eat them.
How many would you get? Just come in and get a couple?
Oh.
How long have you been coming into this shop?
Long before, from when we were married. When I was married.
How many years is that?
About 50 odd years.
The train robbers didn't get that long.
46.
19 months?
46.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
the year I was born, Martha,
Have you,
1946.
is your name Martha?
Yes.
My daughter's called Martha, my youngest
Lovely
one.
name, isn't
Lovely
it?
name.
Lovely name.
Did any of you work, not that you didn't work in the houses and you did brought families up and things, but did you have a paid job?
Yes,
Oh,
working
yes.
roadworks.
Working the road work for
All of you?
43 years.
For how long?
I was 43 years on it,
Tell me about it.
the road work.
What was it like? What did
Well, you
you
had
do?
good days and bad days, and the pay wasn't very big.
And what did you have to do as a job?
I was a carder, what you call a carder.
I was a twister.
I was a spinner. I was a spinner.
So a twister, it's like the 3 degrees, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
This shop just exists from week to week, and that's about it, you know. But I love it and we hate to give it up because I love the people and I love the way they come into you. But as I say, once the older generation in the road goes, that's it. We corner shops are forgotten about because kids today don't know about those. And this is what I love about the shop because it makes me reminisce so much to my childhood when I was growing up. And they're still thinking the way I'm thinking, and it's lovely, you know.
This is the Conswater River. We called it the Consey. After it skirts around Mersey Street, it comes under the Newtonards Road to here. This was the site of the rope works and it cuts it right in two. I remember as a child hiking myself up on the bridge, looking into this dark, scary, miserable place. Hundreds of women seem to come in here and never come out. There's very little left to scare me now.
Life was really tough for the women. Most divided their time between home and the factory floor. The largest employer was the Belfast Rope Works, the world's biggest. I can't imagine that distinction made the job any easier. My great Aunt Sissy worked there. My mother never did. My granny wouldn't let her.
Very hard job. Start at 8 o'clock in the morning, finish at 5:30 at night. You weren't even allowed to go to the toilet unless you put your hand up. You sat in a wee wooden stool with no back to it all day long to make these fishermen's nets. And it was done with thick rope and sometimes thin rope, and your hands used to be full of blisters.
People were bloody miserable as well, weren't they?
Oh, some of them were, yes. Well, I can't say I was. We were poor,
yes.
but we always made our own enjoyment. You know, if you didn't do that, what else had you to do?
Do you remember the cinema?
The Princess,
Was that the Newtonards Road?
New Princess, and the Pop.
Do you remember the miners? That
Yes.
The Miners in the Strand
Strand
Picture House.
You used to go along on a Saturday
Every
morning.
Saturday morning, and every Saturday morning we used to go into the mine.